Let's search for Africa on this graph. If we don't find it, we shall have to take radical, unprecedented action. China leads the planet with $3.38 trillion in exports. That's 14.2% of global trade. They are making a fortune. North America too is in this export party. The United States comes second with $2.02 trillion in exports. They export energy, especially refined petroleum, to dozens of countries globally. Europe is also in the mix. Germany, the export titan of Europe, exported $1.68 trillion worth of goods. In the Middle East, Saudi Arabia exports $322 billion worth of goods, largely in oil. The UAE, once a modest regional player, is now earning roughly $500 billion every year from exports. Clearly, these desert economies are evolving. Even Oceania, of all places, is in on this party. Australia specifically has earned $371 billion in exports, thereabout, every year. These exports are driven by agriculture, mining, and much more. And it doesn't stop there. These are the other countries with significant exports. The thing is that they are all either from Europe or Asia. This begs the question, where is Africa? Africa is the only region in the world that isn't in this export graph. The only region that doesn't have significant exports. Africa, a continent bursting with cobalt, cocoa, copper, cotton, gold, oil, thousands of hectares of arable land, and much more. Yet we're the only ones missing in the export party. We're earning pennies from exports while others mint billions. This global imbalance will not fix itself. Africa must act boldly, decisively, and immediately. We must take radical action. If the African Union was serious, they would call an extraordinary session to address this export imbalance as a matter of urgency. As they drag their feet, we call on African presidents who truly believe in Africa's trade rebirth to do the following. If it leaves the continent, it must leave refined, processed, packaged, and priced to match its worth. No more shipping crude oil only to import fuel. No more exporting cocoa and importing chocolate. Let Africa feed global markets with finished products, not just raw crumbs. Toothpicks from China, tomato paste from Italy, no more. Any product that African factories can make should be banned from import. Let this be a war to protect African industry, nurture African jobs, and ignite African wealth. A radical Africa-wide launchpad for scaling African-made goods into global exports, from Ghanaian shea butter to Kenyan software, from Senegalese textiles to Ethiopian leather. Africa must market and ship its genius. No value add, no deal. Foreign companies must refine, process, and manufacture on African soil. If a Canadian mining firm wants Congolese copper, let it build a factory right there in Congo. It's time to stop extracting and start transforming. Africa is being bled by a rigged trade model. Everyone else is exporting power. Africa is exporting potential and importing problems. This ends now. What more radical actions or better execution do you suggest?